Hey, and welcome back. Marshawn Alaniyo here, your favorite shift relationship strategist. Today, we are here to talk about the 5 crazy psychological facts about love. Before I jump into it really quickly, again, I'm Marshawn Alaniyo. I help Black Christian women to shift their mindset, shift their perspective, and shift the way that they're showing up in their relationship, specifically with themselves first, and then the relationship with their spouse, partner, and even child or children. Now, let's jump into the first crazy psychological fact. I wrote some things down here, so I will be looking down at my notes. The first one is love improves our memory. Did you know that love improves our memory? Research actually shows that dopamine stimulates a part of the brain that improves memory. Now, dopamine is just that fancy term that allows people to feel like they are getting that high, literally and figuratively. So the people that smoke for the very first time, whether it's any type of smoking, so cigarettes, weed, doing some drug for the very first time, that high is what people are searching after. Dopamine is the natural part of our body that gives us that feeling of high. So whenever we fall in love, that's why we feel like we are floating and just very, very happy. We feel elated. We don't feel like anything can touch us or do us wrong when we are falling for someone else, because the only thing we see is the beautiful parts of them at this time. So falling in love allows that dopamine, that shot that love gives us to stimulate us. The second crazy psychological fact about love that I found to be a little bit like, really, does it happen? It is when we are about to kiss someone, everybody turns their head to the right. This is what the initial kiss looks like. Everybody turns their head to the right. And I actually was sitting there thinking, I'm like, well, do I? Excuse me. Did I? Or do I turn my head to the right? And I'm like, actually, I do turn my head to the right. And so I'm assuming that because they have research behind this, that they have studied enough people to know that everybody / most people turn their head to the right when they're about to initiate the kiss. I thought that was pretty cool, but also like, something to think about and even observe. Let me know down in the comment section below. This is the question of the day. Have you noticed that people turn their head to the right when they kiss? And guess what? If you watch this and you about to see somebody kiss, or you had just saw somebody kiss, think about it. Did they both turn their head to the right? Because if I'm on one side, I turn my head to the right, and they're on the other side turning their head to the right, right? We're both turning our head to the right in order to lean in and kiss. So I thought that was pretty crazy, but also a great fact. The third crazy psychological fact about love that I found is that whenever you break up, whenever someone breaks up with you, really, it takes 6 to 8 months to begin to forgive that person. 6 to 8 months, that's a long time to think about. I'm about to start forgiving you for breaking up with me. I really believe that we could speed up this particular process if we took more responsibility for the things that we did in the relationship. That is my own personal opinion. I do not have any facts behind it, but I really believe that this particular crazy psychological fact could be sped up if we, as the other person that's thinking about, I'm not going to forgive this person because, they did this, and you got a whole list of things that the other person didn't do that broke up with you. I think that this could be sped up if we really took an actual look in the mirror at the things that we were doing, the things that we were not doing, the things that we were saying, the things that we were saying that we were going to bring to the table but did not, the things that we were actually reneging on, the things that we are bringing negatively to the relationship, and even taking full ownership that, hey, maybe I actually didn't even choose a good mate. And even going further to say, maybe I'm not as great of a mate as I believe that I am, and now go about the business of working on the thing that is going to help you be a better mate. If you are finding value in this right now, then definitely give me a like or hit the subscribe button. The next tip, which is tip number 4, crazy psychological fact number 4, is when your boo texts you, and it specifically says when he, right? But when your boo texts you, when you're reading the text itself, you read and even hear your man, your boo's voice when you're reading the text specifically from him. I thought that was really crazy because I have done that. I did not know that this was a thing about a fact about love. I had no idea, and which is why it was crazy psychological fact to me, because I'm like, you're right. When I'm reading that text from him, I can hear him saying the words to me. Good, bad, happy, sad, or even indifferent. I can hear his voice when the text messages come through. And I thought that that was crazy, but also like, holy crap, that's true. That's true. What about you? Tell me down in the comment section below, because I read all of the comments and I'll absolutely respond back. The fifth crazy psychological fact about love that I found that I wanted to share here with you today is that specifically when you are gazing into a partner's eyes that you are interested in, so this absolutely could be your spouse or partner, but it could be somebody that you're just dating. If you take the time to gaze into their eyes for at the minimum of 4 minutes, guess what? You can start to fall in love with them. I thought that that was crazy, because do you know how many people you can fall in love with by just looking into their eyes for 4 minutes? 4 minutes, when you think about it, is a long time, especially if you're not really acquainted with that person or you're not even having a deep conversation. They may even feel like you are stalking them. But really, in real life, 4 minutes is a blink of an eye. 4 minutes is a split second. It's not long at all. But if you want to fall in love, specifically with the person that you may have your eye on, and you're starting to have some deep conversations, gaze into their eyes for a minimum of 4 minutes. These are the 5 crazy psychological facts that I wanted to share with you here today. Again, I am Marshawn Olanio. If you have yet to hit the subscribe button, go ahead, share this with somebody that you know needs to hear this information. And again, for more tips, tools, and strategies on Marshawn Olanio, then please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Deuces, y'all.